Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back here now with this quarterfinal match of the boys under 15. An interesting matchup we've got here. Todd Corney from New Canaan, Connecticut. Very fit, very strong player, coached by one of my former colleagues, Kamal Mahmood, who himself was twice the Sindh Open champion, the champion of Pakistan, and he is playing against Noor Zaman, who is the nephew of a great Pakistani player, Mansoor Zaman, and son of Munawar Zaman, and he comes from Peshawar in Pakistan.
And out 3-1.
So interesting to see the matchup between the Pakistani-trained American and the Pakistani-trained Pakistani. So far, opening exchanges, good length, good depth. Great weight of shot there from Noor Zaman.
Yeah, no, that you wouldn't have got that.
You know,
I saw the interference, but the ball was in the back. You wouldn't have got it, so no let.
Half-length ball, and had to give Noor the right to finish the shot off.
Yeah, stroke to Corney.
So some interference there.
And out 3-4.
And a stroke to Corney because the outcome of his swing was completely changed by the contact.
Gets let 3-4.
So a little bit of traffic here on the back of the court here.
Down.
I haven't really seen a long searching rally yet. It's been pretty brief and either finishing with a stroke
5-3
or a mistake. I haven't really seen a full outcome to a long rally. This is a little bit more of what we're looking for.
No let.
But again, Corney playing the half length, not quite getting his setup right, not fading the ball deep into the back of the court.
You were on him too quick.
And paying
Your
the
path
penalty.
was around to the back. That's why it's not a let. 6-3.
Corney electing to play cross-court to his opponent's forehand. Not sure that that's
and
the wisest choice at this point. But Zaman there going for a cheap short ball, paying the penalty. And Zaman is a little slow coming off this hard forehand attack that he's doing. So I think Todd Corney has a little bit of a case when he's finding it difficult to get through. But if he keeps playing short, the case is weakened.
6-all.
Several times now, Zaman in the backhand back corner has ended up boasting when he maybe should have played straight.
Stroke to Zaman. 7-6.
So I'm wondering if there's a wrist deficiency in the backhand back corner that can be exploited. off-balance volley there from Corney, and an off-balance cross-court. Lucky to survive in that rally. Little snatch.
8-6, right box.
Yeah, not happy with Corney's decisions to play cross-court on the return of serve and generally in the rally to his opponent's forehand.
9-6.
Nice play by Zaman, controlling the center of the court and finishing with a nice straight drop volley. Corney not really playing accurate width and length at this point. A lot of his hard hit drives bouncing half length out into the middle of the court.
10-6. Yeah.
And we saw another middle of the court loose ball that gave Noor Zaman an opportunity to capitalize. So here he is, game ball. Another half-length, hard-hit ball, really a shot to nowhere. Good quality width and length there. Middle of the court. Half-length. Really putting himself up against it by playing these weak, loose balls.
Game to Zaman. Zaman leads 1 game to love.
So, first game to Noor Zaman from Pakistan, and really what characterized the first game was more accuracy on the attacking length from the Pakistani and a lot of loose ball just like that one from Tad Corney that then put him really at a massive disadvantage. So if he wants to come back into this match, he's going to have to settle down, really set his feet up properly and find a higher fading accurate length to limit the Pakistani's ability to attack off the loose ball. Kamal Mahmood, been in this country now for many years, was a wonderful player himself, worked as a professional for my wife and I when we owned Westchester Squash, which is now a wonderful academy with Adam Abu Talib, and I have to say Kamal was a first-class squash professional and program director, and has now gone on to develop some great programs of his own, and he owns a club and several other programs, and he's doing great work in the hotbed of squash in Connecticut. But let's see if he can turn the tide for Tad Corney and get him back on the straight and narrow, and try and get him to play some length. So starting with a longer rally. And the attempt at the deceptive shot results in a loose ball which puts him at a disadvantage, but fortunately for Tad, Zaman hits straight to his forehand volley.
No, his pickup was good.
A little confusion here as to who won that point.
2 love.
So point to Todd Corney. And so a looser ball this time coming from the Pakistani and allowing Todd Corney to hit the fadeaway winner into the back corner. Nice hold.
And out.
Decelerated racket head, which is a very difficult skill, especially in somebody of that age.
Yeah, no, that
again, there's the half-length ball
because
from
you were going to
Todd
take the ball in the back,
Easy
so you went around. That's why it's not a let. The ball was too far back. No, he didn't do anything wrong. No, you left the shot in the middle, and then you came across and the ball was back, so you were on him too quick. That's why it's not a let.
Referee explaining that Todd created the situation, and therefore he had to give Zaman the opportunity to hit, and couldn't go through to get the ball because Zaman was there through Todd's faulty shot.
3-all.
So after a good start from Todd Corney, Noor Zaman back on parity. And the initial long rally that got Todd off to such a good start being followed up now by shorter, less searching rallies.
Out. Thank you. 4-all.
So back in at 4-all. Didn't volley.
Down.
Missed his opportunity to half volley. Paid the penalty.
Hand out 5-4.
We've seen that so often the last couple of days. Lack of racket prep, failure to recognize the importance of volleying or half volleying, resulting in a defensive boast and a difficult strategic position.
No let. Yeah. There's no interference. He's over there. You have the whole wall. He's nowhere near it.
Referee giving the message to the players that they need to win by playing the ball, not by using the referee to win the point for them. Good piece of refereeing in my view.
6-5.
Much better length there by Todd.
7-5.
Very open technique on the forehand side, but he caught the nick and got away with it. Loose balls in the middle of the court. And again, another very nice length. So really sharpening up on the quality of his approach play, and it's paying dividends.
And out, 6-8.
Nice attacking volley from Zaman. Loose cross-court return from Todd Corney, putting him under tremendous pressure. In the end, making the error, not simply on that shot, but as a result of the previous 2 or 3 shots. Loose from both players.
And out 9-7.
First time we'd seen a straight forehand return a serve from Todd Corney. That's encouraging. I hope that he sees some more of those. I like Zaman's stroke and weight of shot. His movement when he plays those shots could maybe be a little bit better. You can see there's a delay on the backhand side after he hits the shot.
Yeah, you need to move a little quicker. He could have got that, Mr. Zaman. 9-7.
Perhaps a little fortunate there, I think, Corney, to get that let.
(10-7) game ball.
But again, a decent length, not the best, but good enough to put the Pakistani under pressure.
11-7, game to Corney,
So
1 game
Todd
all.
Corney coming back in the second game, 1-all, and largely as a result of sharpening up the quality of his width and length instead of just banging the ball into half length, which denied Noor Zaman the opportunity to counter-attack, which in the first game was very easy for him. So let's see if Zaman can improve his own quality of width and length, and whether Todd Corney maintains the height, width and length that got him this game.
Okay, guys. (15 seconds). One game all. Corney
So coming in
level.
for the third game, and 1 game all, match evenly balanced. Really about who can settle down and get their length tight and deep.
Yes, let.
I
Mr.
feel
Zaman,
that is a
when you
bit
hit
of a
your shot,
kind
you
let.
need to take a step off. He can reach that ball if not for your interference. Love all.
I think Zaman, if he'd played long, wouldn't have gotten the let against him there, but he just played the half length.
1 love.
Too much cross court, not enough tight straight stuff at the moment.
And out, 1 all.
Short half length. Half length. Better depth.
Stroke to Zaman.
Yeah, good cross-court attack from Zaman. Difficult to recover, leading to a loose ball from Todd Corney. Straight, nice to see. Short length though.
Yeah, no let.
And that's no let.
No, it was through to the back.
Quality width and length.
It's the pace of the ball and where it was. That's why it's not a let. Yeah. 3-1. Down.
So playing short too early, and no reason to do that at that stage by Noor
2-3.
Zaman. He was beginning to build some momentum, and he's just given all the momentum straight back to Todd Corney.
Stroke to Corney. 3 all.
I'm wondering if when Tad is setting up on the backhand side that he actually has a target in mind, or if he's just generally driving somewhere towards the back of the court. I don't think he's thinking about the depth and landing the ball on a specific point, and therefore he frequently ends up short and loose.
Stroke to Zaman. 4-3. Zaman from the right. Right box.
In commentary the last couple of days we've been talking about how important floated high quality width and length is, and how frequently the hard low ball is just a shot to nothing and does no damage, and I'm afraid we're seeing some of that here with Todd Corney, and not enough interest in lofting the ball and giving himself time to get into position. Was a better example, but he didn't follow it up with his movement enough. But that's the second time now that Zaman, for no reason, from behind his opponent, has tried to foreshorten the rally, cheap, trying to get a winner instead of building a position.
Stroke to Corney. The ball came out. You're standing there. You're penalized for your movement.
Well, it didn't hit the nick. It bounced up, and Corney was ready to move in. So a stroke given. Good width and length. But it doesn't last long, I'm afraid. I'd like to have seen another 6 or 7 good width and length until an opening came, instead of just power for power's sake. Half width and length again, creating a tremendous problem. But again,
I wasn't sure, but his ball was down.
Playing short way too early in the round.
6-5. Right box.
Noor Zaman has a little bit of an addiction to trying to finish on the backhand side much too early. Power for power's sake and no accuracy. There's some accuracy. Power for power's sake. And much more studied drop shots on the forehand side. His technique is good. You can see he's lower. He's moving off the ball. Backhand, he tends to be static, not bending, and just pushes it straight down into the tin. There was a nicely feathered drop shot there.
And out.
I'd like to see Todd Corney feathering his length in the same way. Great opening, but again, powered, short, and not tight. A little bit better this time. The knees are a little bit more bent.
8-6.
And actually hits up through the ball instead of down through the ball. There's a floated length, weighted length. You know, Nick Matthews, such a great exponent of that weighted length. A lot more juniors need to understand how to hit that weighted length. A longer rally. This is what we want to see more of. Dubious pickup. Great use of the short, wristy forearm deceptive shot. So many players that are at the top of the game have that ability.
Yeah, stroke to Corney.
Again, Zaman still on this shot a long time after he'd hit it. Not moving off, looking for the next opportunity, too interested and invested just in the one shot that he's playing. Opportunity for Todd to get the ball deep and make Zaman run to the back of the court. Didn't take it.
And out, 10-7, game ball.
So again, Zaman up, game ball. A more even battle this time. Nice hold, short arm, change of direction. Corney looking a little ropey. Played a better length there.
Down. 11-7.
Very disappointed, trying for the cheap point instead of continuing to work his opponent.
2 games to 1.
So 2-1 now, Noor Zaman, and on the whole, better strategic play, keeping the ball tighter and deeper. Few backhand unforced errors, but generally the superior play in that third game.
15 seconds.
So coming in now for this fourth game in the quarterfinal here of the under-15s. If you're watching from outside of the United States, you may be interested to know that the United States is the oldest organized squash association in the world, formed in 1902. Game was brought back here from the UK in the late 1800s, but a different form was developed, the American game, with a harder, bouncier ball and a smaller court.
Zaman to serve.
But in the last 20 years, the game has really picked up, and we have many wonderful schools and clubs now here in the US, and the breadth and depth of squash and junior play, as witnessed here in the world's biggest junior open tournament, is quite amazing. So here we go for this fourth game, and again the battle really here is for Corney to try and improve the quality of his width and length and stop just banging the ball when he gets an opening. Much better width and length there, and Zaman to use his width and length effectively and capitalize on Corney's looser balls.
And out, 1-all.
Nice wrist. Again, there's that forearm wrist short swing.
Yes, let 1-all.
Players still trying to have the referee play the match for them.
Yes, let 1-all.
So Corney a little bit late, but his length and depth was a bit better.
Yeah, no, you're in front of him. The ball's to the back. No left. No.
Corney had played a good length, and then when he had the volley opportunity, didn't set his feet up, and ended up hitting a ball way in the middle of the court. And as the referee is explaining,
he didn't do anything wrong.
Created his own problem.
2-1.
But again, there's the middle court ball, loose, and of course he can't get through to pick up Noor Zaman's drop shot because he's created his own interference. Good width and length that time, forcing a defensive burst, but didn't capitalize by playing another searching length. And once again, loose ball penalized. Here it is. Bang.
4-1.
Hitting for hitting's sake there from Zaman. Wasn't accurate, wasn't placed. And again, power. Tighter ball, catching the sidewall nick. Yeah, nice faded ball out to the sidewall. Loose mid-court ball.
No.
A lot of the ball that Corney is playing is as a result of not taking the stutter steps and the extra calibration of setup, and he's simply sending the ball to loose positions where Zaman has every right to play his shot.
It's your shot that was causing the problem. That's why that occurred. All right? 5-2. 5-2. No, we're not talking about that, Mr. Zaman.
So, Tad Carney getting into some difficulty. There it is again, the half-length ball. And we saw
6-2
with also in this tournament Sam Todd and
7-2.
how much quality
the ball came out. He's right
width
there to
and
swing.
length he gains out of great
7-2.
fundamental setup, racket preparation, pace control, movement off the ball. So these are all things that as Tad Carney improves as a squash player, he needs to examine. Less power, more control. Very open-shouldered on that forehand volley. Almost gave a stroke away there. This is one of the few Achilles heels we've seen from Zaman in this game, is his tendency to try and play a winning shot in a situation that doesn't warrant it. So here Tad Carney saying you got to bend, and he's quite right. There's no loading, no knee bend, no weight transference.
Yeah, no, you trapped your racket because you're too close. Hand out 4-8.
So a rare loose ball from Zaman creates an opening for Carney to do the same as has been done to him. Nice faded ball. Nice. Got the angle right. Faded it into that side wall. Lovely squeeze. Better lengths. But there goes the loose ball again.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
A lot of these issues are created just by a failure to target and place the ball. Too much interest in just hitting early and fast, as opposed to placing it, giving himself time to get into position.
Reach the ball. 9-5 from the left. Yeah, you wouldn't have reached the ball. 9-5.
These discussions are not helping him. He needs to really put his mind into improving the quality of his play and his tactical choices. There's some width and length. Good width and length. Notice the ball was not at all struck hard. It was placed much more effective.
You okay?
So hopefully Noor Zaman is not injured here. He's slipped. See Tad Carney there in that replay using his opponent's pace against him and just feeding off it. Absorption squash perfected by the great Jansher Khan. A great way of playing, using the opponent's power and just sending it back.
He rolled his ankle in the back
with interest, putting yourself in a great position.
Yeah, I'm
so we've got a little break here while Noor Zaman is attended to. We're just a bit concerned he may have pulled a little muscle. And the referee, Sheldon, having a little conversation with Tad Carney about why he's giving so many points and strokes away. There again is that nice floated return counter-attack shot using Zaman's pace against him. You saw at the end Zaman slipping there, a little bit of a nasty slip. So meanwhile, the what we call the court rats come back on the court, taking every opportunity to get some practice on this beautiful glass court and developing their own. So you heard the referee there saying that the self-inflicted injury that Zaman is suffering from warrants a 3-minute break, and then play will continue. So while we're having that 3-minute break and watching these young hopefuls scrambling around the court, we're going to take a little break. So the referee called 15 seconds to indicate the end of the 3-minute break. And Zaman is coming back up. He's in a very strong position. We'll see if he maintains his focus despite the little injury. And equally, we'll see if the break has helped Todd Corney to refocus, readdress the problems that are facing him.
Hand out. 6-9.
So Corney serving after that beautiful backhand counter float that we saw that found a great width and length. Straight back to half length, but countered by another half length from Zaman.
Stroke to Corney. Ball's in the middle of the court and he can't swing. 7-9.
There we see again Noor Zaman's predilection for trying to play a winning shot in situations where he should still be building. Nicely played by Teddy Corney. So maybe the break has given him a chance to reevaluate his process here. 8-9. Good width and length.
The ball's in the back of the court.
So again, players trying to make the referee win the match for him and being rewarded with the opposite of the expectation. 9-all. Two good widths and lengths. Middle of the court. Great fade.
Down.
And again, Zaman going for the winning shot when he should still have been building. And clearly Corney has picked up some ideas about width and length and is really exacting a price from Noor Zaman here. Game ball. Again, Zaman going for short for a winner. Completely the wrong time. Great width and length. So,
2 games all.
Such is the way that matches change, and the tide has turned after that little injury break. All credit to Todd Corney, who actually changed his game, and unfortunately maybe a little mental weakness from the young Pakistani. So the whole tide has turned, and we're looking forwards now to a fourth game where perhaps the American has got the upper hand.
"15 seconds. Time.
So as the court rats clear the court, we re-engage in this fascinating under-15 quarterfinal between Noor Zaman of Pakistan and Todd Corney of the USA.
2 games
So
all.
a fifth game
Corney
with
to serve.
perhaps Corney in the ascendancy. Can
Love
Zaman re-establish himself? Can Corney continue to play the better penetrating width and length? Let's hope that the referee isn't involved too much. Good start.
Stroke to Corney.
And again, the attempt to go short too early is rewarded with a stroke against. Too much power without direction. Much better width and length. And again, good width and length. Mid court, rewarded in the usual fashion.
And out. 1-all.
That ball bouncing short of the short line.
Stroke to Corney.
Loose.
Yep. Ball's loose. He can't reach the ball. It's there. It's not in the back. 2-1.
That is a stroke decision that surprises me, but again, Zaman not moving off the ball, looking too much for the winner.
And out.
Unforced.
2-all.
Already the players beginning to look for the finish line at 2-all. A lot more work in this game. There's that half length
3-2.
bouncing just on the short line. Very easy for Zaman to capitalize on. Zaman relaxed, not really hunting Corney's return, resting after his serve. More searching rally. Short arm deception. Good width and length from Corney. And from Zaman. Corney too interested in just hitting that hard.
Out.
And punished by the boast, which overstretches him.
And out. 4-3.
4-3. Nothing in it, really. like the floated length there, or weighted length. Technique is not good on that forehand side when he hits that straight volley. Half length, and punished in the usual fashion.
And out for all.
Bit more muted celebration from Corney there, which I'm pleased to see because it tells me that he's more interested in the ongoing fight. Nice floated ball. Not sure about the wisdom of hitting that attacking boast that early in the rally.
5-4.
Good width and length, pays big dividends.
5-all.
Somebody needs to step up the court, take the ball a little bit early, and get that penetrating length to make the difference in this final game of this intriguing match. Half length, loose mid-court shot.
And out, 6-5.
Coaches off the court yelling encouragement to their players, trying to get the last few ounces of effort. And that opening up of the shoulders of Todd Corney's forehand, creating a loose ball hitting the sidewall, popping out. That ball looks as if it hit the tin.
7-5.
But
yeah, ball's good. Yeah.
Caught
7-5
by Zaman, but it awarded the point. So 7-5.
Stroke to Corney.
Well, so you saw there both players hitting without leaving, and in the end, Todd Corney gets the better of it because Zaman is still on the ball while he's ready to play. But we've said several times that the technique these players need to employ is to move as they hit it, so they're on their way to their next strategic position. Don't get so focused and invested in single shots, but invest in the flowing continuation of the rally.
Out. 8-6.
Unforced error there by Todd Corney.
8-6. You just took him off. Let's put him back on. Let's go.
Good width and length. Can't emphasize it enough. And of course, Zaman really should have been looking for that volley. 7-8. Another good width and length, which Zaman just got back. Loose ball in the middle of the court.
No let.
So all square.
8-all.
Focus.
8-all.
Cool. Directed squash is going to win this match.
Ball's down. Yep.
Yeah, clearly hit the top of the
9-8.
So desperation kicking in a little bit here. 9-8.
Yes, let. 9-8. Yes. 9-8. Right box.
Again, Zaman not moving off his shot, and what could have been a winning shot for him turns into a let because he's interfered. Power for power's sake didn't do any good at all. Corney struggling to stay in this rally.
Yes, let. Room to play that, Mr. Zaman.
Close to a no let.
Right, 9-8.
Tad's nowhere near that ball.
On the right, 9-8.
Noor needs to play those balls. Oh, a little bit of a mental cracking there.
10-8, match ball.
So match ball to Tad Corney. Frankly, he's been on the wrong end of most of this match, but he's put himself in a winning position now. Slightly loose ball, so
9-10, match ball.
Corney still with a match ball.
All.
Player must win by 2 clear points. Everything on the line. Width and length. Short there. Loose there. Loose there. Fought his way back into it. Good width and length. Late racket prep.
Yep, no lead. Yep. The ball's to the back. You went around to the front. You got to go get it. It's the same call all match. 11-10.
He clearly could have gone and got it, but he was trying to make the referee do his work for him. So both boys
there,
have
you
been
gotta
guilty
go get
of that.
it. We've had the same discussion.
In this case, unfortunately, Noor is the one that suffers from it. So match ball. Tad went and got it.
12-10
is match to Tad Corney. A scrambling